Hey guys, so welcome to this quick review of the Christopher Bronze watch. This is actually an updated review after having this watch for about a year. And I really love this watch. I mean, it's a great watch, and the more time passed, the more I like this watch. That's the truth. And you can actually see my previous review and see what I thought about it, but and now I actually have new feelings about it. The truth is, I was actually planning to sell it a few weeks ago, and after getting some offer for it, I was like feeling this sadness and regret, and that's when I knew that I should probably keep it because I really do like it, and I am not going to sell it anymore because I do like it a lot. I actually love it. So I don't know why I thought about selling it because, well, I guess I thought about selling it because I was not wearing it that much for a few months, for like two months or so. I was wearing other watches, but I'm not going to sell it. It's a really cool watch and a really nice watch. So let me tell you what I think about it now, after it's been about a year. And again, I wasn't wearing it every day. In the past year, I was actually wearing other watches, but I was wearing it quite often, I would say. And so I do think I have enough experience to talk about it now, a lot more than I had previously. So what I think about it. If you've seen my previous review, which was more of a first impression review after having this watch for 3 weeks, but now I have it for a year. My first impression of this watch wasn't that good because of the original strap. The original strap that came with this watch was an awful strap, worst strap I ever had. I talked about it plenty in my previous review, so I'm not going to talk about it now, at least not for more than I already have. Just letting you know, if you are getting this watch, do not get it with a canvas strap. You should get it with either the bracelet or maybe the leather strap. I don't know. I don't have an experience with them, but a canvas strap that came with Christopher Ward is 100% offer. Right now, I have it on this nice Breton silicone strap. I believe this is called. I think this is called the Elite silicone strap. It's a cheap strap. I mean, not very cheap, but I think it's cost like $20, so it's not very expensive. And honestly, it's a great strap. I like it a lot. And if you see my previous review, I had it on this nice leather strap. Let me show you. By a case back, which I still think looks really great on this watch. But because this is summer and I live in Israel, and by the way, we might get an alarm because I live in North Israel. Hopefully, no rocket right now. Anyway, because it's summer, I wanted to put it on the silicone strap, and this is a very comfortable strap. I mean, if you are looking for an inexpensive silicone strap, Burton makes great straps. So let's talk about the watch itself. So this is a bronze watch. You can see that it already has this really nice patina, a lot of patina. I think that the patina that this watch gets is especially nice looking. This is the only bronze watch I've ever owned, but from picture I've seen of other bronze watches like the Tudor, Black Bay, and just generally speaking more bronze watches, I think that this one is getting this nice patina. I'm not saying it's better, I'm just saying that it's at least on the same level as those watches, like the Tudor. When it comes to the patina, I'm not saying that the watch itself is at the same level. I'm saying that the bronze, I think, is very beautiful, and that it gets really nice patina. I love it. I haven't cleaned it for about, I probably cleaned it once, but it's been like at least 7-8 months since I did cleaning. And you can easily clean this. I mean, you just put it in some baking soda and lemon, and the patina will be mostly off, but I'm not going to do that. I think that the patina looks great right now. You can see something that here, the change, and this is again way nitpicking, but when the watch originally came, the screwing of the crown, it would screw down and the Christopher Ward logo would align perfectly with the watch, and that's actually something that Christopher Ward is known for. That's something that they are saying that the watches do. Well, it doesn't do it anymore. I mean, right now it's totally screwed down and it doesn't really align. And don't get me wrong, I've never seen this feature on any watch. I mean, I have one Vega, and you can see this IWC right now. I mean, it's screwed down and the logo doesn't perfectly align, and that's fine. I mean, I don't care about it. It's just something that Christopher Ward says that the watches do, and he doesn't do that anymore. So that's something, again, nitpicking, but whatever. Previously in my review, I've talked about the rating you can see under the crown, and I said that it kind of bothered me because you're only supposed to see it when the crown is opened, and you can see it when the crown is closed in this watch. I don't care about it anymore. I don't care about it at all. I forgot about it. The only reason I'm talking about it right now is because I talked about it in my previous review, but that doesn't on my mind. It isn't on my mind anymore. As time passed by, I think that this watch is really beautiful. You know, sometimes it takes time for something to really appreciate, and when the time, I think that this is a beautiful, beautiful watch. Honestly, it's a beautiful watch, and I'm really glad about it. You know, like sometimes you buy something and you feel you love it the minute you buy it, and after a while you start thinking, whoa, I don't really like this. You know, it can be a watch, so I don't really like this watch. And sometimes you buy something and the first impression is like, I don't know, maybe I should not buy it. And then after a while you start really, really loving it. And this is what happened to me with this watch. You know, like as time passed by, I actually love this watch more and more and more. I think it's beautiful. I think the dial is beautiful. I think the color, the blue, is beautiful, and the bronze, honestly, is amazing. I love the bronze. I love the patina. I mean, by the way, if you don't like patina, I mean, obviously don't get a bronze watch. I mean, that's not for you. So again, let me show you some views of this watch. Okay, now let's talk about the movement. So the movement, it's supposed to be a chronometer, and it is pretty accurate. I mean, it gives me good time. I think it does. Although it's not that much of a big deal, but you are paying extra because it is a chronometer compared to the other Dunes models, which don't come in bronze and they are not chronometer. This one costs a bit more, so you are paying for that, and you are expecting to get chronometer specs and accuracy, and it is pretty accurate. I mean, so yeah. At one point in time, I think a few months ago, it started losing time. I mean, not losing, the opposite of losing. It was going faster, right? I mean, like 30 seconds, 40 seconds every day, plus 40 seconds every day. And I actually did take this watch to a watchmaker, and the watchmaker demagnetized the watch. I don't have a demagnetizing machine here. I mean, you can buy one, it's pretty cheap from AliExpress, but I don't have it, so the watchmaker did it. It took him about, I would say, 20-30 seconds, maybe let's say 2 minutes. Okay, so it took him 2 minutes to dig but I don't think it took him 2 minutes, but more around 1 minute. Anyway, that's really better. My thing is, it was really something that the watchmaker does. I mean, just basically put it on the machine, it does this, and take your watch. And he didn't even wanted any money. I mean, he did it for free because it was so fast, and this is the watchmaker that I'm, you know, he knows me. So I mean, even if he did take money, I don't think it would take more than like, I would say at best $5, right? I mean, literally just putting it in the machine, it's ready. So yeah, after demagnetizing this watch, it was fine, and it's right now it is very accurate. So yeah, it's a nice movement. It moves. I mean, the day changes and everything is fine about it. And let me talk about the bronze. And the reason why I have this nice pen, by the way, this is the how do they call it? The Cueco, right? Cueco bronze, not bronze, sorry, brass. This is brass fountain pen, and I love it. I mean, if you're into fountain pen, or if you're not, you should be, because fountain pens are freaking cool. I mean, as cool as watches, I would say. Maybe. Anyway, this is a brass watch. brass fountain pen, sorry. And you can see that it also has this beautiful, beautiful patina. And this is a bronze watch and brass watch. And tell me which one you prefer, because this is bronze, this is brass. And they both get this nice patina. One thing some people asked me in private was, does this watch have a smell? Because some people think that don't like the smell of some type of metals. And honestly, guys, I cannot smell this watch. I don't feel it has any smell. Unlike this pen. So this is, again, this is not bronze, this is brass. And this does have a smell. And I gave this watch to my friend. I gave this pen to my friend to write with, and was like, whoa, what is this smell? I don't like it at all, right? I mean, he literally, he hated the smell of this pen. And what I'm trying to say is, I like this smell, you know. So this is really, really subjective. Some people like the smell, so like me. Some people really dislike the smell. Some people don't smell the smell, right? Some people can't even smell it. So whatever. My point is, I don't have this particular thing against the smell of brass. So maybe I'm not a good judge on the smell of bronze, but when it comes to the smell of bronze, I just cannot smell it. This one I do smell, but I like it. This one I just cannot smell at all. So no smell as far as I can tell on this watch. Unlike this brass pen, this bronze does not smell. Another kind of common question was, does this watch leave stains on your wrist? And the answer is no, it does not. You can see that the part that is actually touching your wrist is stainless steel and glass, obviously, sapphire, I believe. So no stain on the wrist whatsoever. I live in a very, very, very humid, right, location, environment, and it's very hot here in North Israel, near the sea. I never had any stains on my wrist. Honestly, although I don't really care about metal smell, like I said, I can't smell it. A watch that would leave stain on my wrist would be a no-go for me. That would be like, even if it's a great watch, I would not wear a watch that leaves stain on my wrist. So no, it does not leave any stains. So let me give you a wrist shot of this watch. Before that, I actually want to show you this nice IWC. And I'm gonna give you a wrist shot of the IWC, so we get some perspective. Let me know if you want a review of the IWC. This is the chronograph La Petite Prince. And the reason why I want to show you this watch, which obviously it's a great watch, and it costs like at least 4 times more than the Christopher Ward. The reason why I wanted to show you is because this is a big one. This is a 43 millimeters on my 18 centimeter wrist, and I just want to give you some perspective. So yeah, this is a big watch. I like it a lot, obviously. And let me show you how this one looks. So the IWC actually has a folding clasp, so it was a bit faster. Obviously, it's not as fast to put. Is that a word? To wear the Christopher Ward watch, because it doesn't have a folding clasp. Will it take me a bit more? Right, let me show you. Here it is. You can see it's obviously a lot smaller. Right, I mean, this is 38 millimeters on my 18 centimeter wrists. Okay. So let's talk about the size for a moment. I think that it looks great. I think that any watch on my 18 centimeter on my wrist, any watch that is between 38 centimeters to 43 centimeters looks fine. That's like the range I would say. And it really depends on the type of watch that I want to wear, like the type of watch. the watches. And this is basically a field style watch. And a field style watch is something like, like if you go for something iconic like the Rolex Explorer, right? That's a field watch. Or Hamilton makes field watches. And this is a field watch. And my point is, for a field watch, I think that this is the ideal size. A field watch should not be very big, and 38 centimeters is really good for a field watch for my wrist. Some people might even say that it's a bit big, right? I mean, they might say that a field watch should be no more than 36 centimeters, but I disagree. I mean, for my wrist, I would not wear 36. 36 would, for me, and in my opinion, would look a bit too female, right? I mean, I have relatively big wrists. So the 38 38 centimeters like this one, in my opinion, looks great for a field watch. And that's really what I wanted to say. And for this IWC watch, for example, which again is a 43 centimeters, I think that this is actually the ideal size. Why? Because this is a pilot watch, right? I mean, this is the kind of watch that pilots are going to wear. And for a pilot watch, I think you should go a bit big. And some people would actually say that 43 is even small, right? I mean, they like the big IWC watches. They like the 46 watches, right? Because those are like the OGs, the original pilot watches. But for me, 46 would be too big. So that's just my take on watches size, right? I mean, when I look at a watch and I look at the size, I think about the type of watch, a field watch or a pilot watch or a diving watch, whatever. And then my wrist, and so I want something that would be appropriated for the type of watch and appropriated for the wrists of my wrist size. So again, for my wrist size, 38 centimeters for a field watch, in my opinion, that's the ideal size. Other than that, again, let me give you some wrist shots of this watch. And honestly, I think it's a beautiful watch, and I think it looks great on this baton strap. Probably not as good as the leather strap I had. You can see it in the previous review. I think the leather strap actually even looks better, but this is very comfortable. So in the summer, I really like the silicone strap. And honestly, I mean, I don't want to say which one looks better because they are both looking great. But they both each one give you a different vibe. This one is more sporty look, and the leather one will give you more like evening, like I don't want to say dressy because this would never be a dress watch, but you get my point, right? Again, very comfortable strap, very nice watch. After being demagnetized, it keeps very good time. Not as good as the IWC, okay? Just so you know, the IWC has better movement, better accuracy, and it's a better watch, obviously. But it is nice. I mean, it's good. Just for comparison, this watch cost as much as an Horus, and I'm talking about the Horus with the Salita, because the Horus with the in-house would cost about twice more than this. So I never owned one of those, but an Horus with the Salita, and I can tell you 100% sure, the movement here is far better and far more accurate than the movement you would get on a Salita in an Horus. So that's a good point for Christopher Ward. And that's it, guys. I'm sorry for making this really long, but who cares? I mean, you can always stop something. It is, you can see it compared to the brass. Just so you can have some idea of how it looks like. I wish I had the bronze version of this bed. There is a bronze version, but I don't. It costs a bit more, so whatever, but you can see it. And if you want, just so you have some reference, here is compared to gold. You can see that it doesn't look like gold at all. When the watch is new and it doesn't have any patina, it does kind of look like a gold, but very, very fast it will not look like gold. And when I say fast, I mean like give it 2 or 3 days and it will not look like gold. And right now you can see that it obviously doesn't look like gold at all. So again, brass, bronze, and gold, and you can also see the stainless steel of the IWC. Whatever, I mean, some comparison. Comfortable wise, just so you know, I think that it's a very comfortable watch. It's not too heavy. It's a comfortable. Obviously the straps makes all the difference. but the watch itself is very comfortable. I never feel it like on my wrist, and like, you know, the crown doesn't hit my wrist in a way that bothers me at least. Would I recommend it? Yes, I do. If you like this watch looks, I think this is a good buy. I like it a lot. And that's it, guys. Thank you for watching.